Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Fall Down for the Atari 2600. This is a homebrew game for the Atari 2600, released in 2005, programmed by Aaron Curtis. And basically, this involves a lot of falling down. There's a lot of platforms that are scrolling up the screen. You need to find the gap in them and drop down before the opponent does in order to claim that platform. This is just a one-player demo kind of thing here that the game shows. If you stay on the title screen for too long, as you can see, you can wrap around the screen. You can run through one end of the screen and end up on the other. And there are little pixels that you can pick up which will allow you to perform certain power-up-like actions when you collect enough of them and press the fire button. And hey, there's that wraparound in action. There's plenty of game modes in this game. This game can also be played with 1 or 2 players. There's also a single-player mode as well. And you can also play against a computer if you don't have a friend to play with. So, might as well go ahead and go through all these modes here real quick. There's the human versus AI. There's the easy mode versus the AI. There's the pass-by mode, which allows you to pass by your opponent instead of just bumping off of them if you run into them. There's the invisibility mode, which sometimes makes the background red and other times blue, making one of the players invincible or invisible. And in case that happens, one person's going to have a harder time seeing themselves on the screen. There's the one-player mode. There's human versus human. Pass by. There's invisibility. I really should actually figure out what these icons mean. So there's versus AI. There's the easy version of versus AI. I assume this one gives you a faster game. The down arrow. The left and right arrow is pass-by mode. And the I is invisibility. The single red guy is the single player mode. There's human versus human. There's the faster version, I'm assuming, and there's the pass-by mode, and then there's the invisibility mode for 2-player. The game uses the Atari Vox by Richard Hutchison to save high scores, as well as for some in-game speech. And in case you turn the Atari 2600 off and come back, your high scores will be restored. So, we might as well start off with versus the AI. And apparently you don't need to press reset, you just need to press the fire button to start the game. I'm the red guy. There's the blue guy for the CPU. And I'm having a terrible time. Red points are in red, blue points are in blue. Whoever passes through the platform first claims that platform. And I really need to use wraparound. I need to remember that that's a thing. And you really got to think fast in order to get around in this game. I don't want to be trapped down here either. Well, too late. I should have used wraparound. The game does get faster after a while. And when it does, it'll be easier for you and the computer to get trapped on the top of the screen. And if both players get trapped on top of the screen at the same time, or around the same time, the game is over and it goes back to the title screen. And I am having just a rough patch of it Managed to get the jump on him there. The little pixels that are flashing the rainbow colors, you can collect them and hold up to 4. And when that happens, you can press the fire button at any time, and depending on how many of the pixels you've picked up, you can perform some power-ups. You can make yourself invisible. You can switch positions with the other person. All sorts of interesting things. And blue managed to win by 7, though I did rally there a little bit. By using the game select switch, you can switch between all the game modes, hence why I was able to show off which each one is supposed to be. And from here, we might as well try easy mode, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out where I'm supposed to be this time. Of course, it's only going to be marginally easier with easy mode against the computer here. That didn't really seem to do anything. And he's soon gonna get trapped at the top of the screen if this keeps up. Yep, he got trapped. Things are getting a little easier now, at least for me, but things are also starting to get a little faster too. And he just popped up at the bottom of the screen there, so things just got a little easier for him. And things are about to get worse for me if I am not careful. Things are starting to get faster. And he just got trapped again. And there's more gaps, but with the ever-increasing speed, it does get harder to get to a gap before your opponent can do the same. And things are getting a little dicey here now. I should have wrapped around. But at least I won this time. That's pretty neat. Now for this. I assume this gives you a faster game at the start. Starting to seem that way. Ah, really? Really? Oh, he is getting all the gaps. And that made me faster. Apparently, I picked up 3 pixels and then pressed the fire button to utilize that, and that actually did something for me. And that still didn't save me from getting crushed. And he managed to beat me again. Yeah, once one player is gone and the other player is still there, whoever is still there gets a good chance at getting a just totally taking over the lead, or at least getting a lot closer to it. Let's go ahead and try the pass-by mode. And yeah, it did start faster last time. Pass-by mode makes things a little more interesting because usually when two players run into each other, they bounce off of each other. But nope, not this time. As you can see down there, I managed to pass by the blue guy. I'm the red guy, the computer controller, or the second player is the blue guy. In case you're playing a PAL version of the game, the blue guy is actually blue-green because of how the Atari 2600 worked over in that region, I'm guessing. Just color limitations. Regarding the PAL version, I'm guessing. I have to admit, I don't know that much about the Atari 2600. At least, not the PAL version or anything. And I just switched places with him temporarily, just from collecting 4 of those little pixels and pressing the fire button. And you really have to be on the ball regarding where you are and where the nearest gap is if you want to get more points than the other player and keep things that way. And he's catching up with me, but I'm starting to get the lead again. And I got trapped again. And soon so shall he. Managed to beat me by a sliver. Thankfully, there isn't a end screen in case you win or lose. You just go back to the top screen, and now it's time for invisibility mode, where sometimes the background is red and sometimes the background is blue, and as you can see here, it started off red, then it became blue, and now it's red again. So I can't be seen, and then he can't be seen, and now I can't be seen again, and now he can't be seen again. And apparently, oh wow. Don't have pass-by mode anymore. Now he's just bouncing off of me. I got trapped. This is a game that you really have to spend time with to really get good at. Hence why I've been losing a lot at this one. I didn't even do a practice run for it like I usually do, so that kind of may explain away something. Oh, come on. I didn't expect the gap to be there. And I couldn't see where I was, so therefore I couldn't get that platform. And now, it was red. Ah, come on. And we both died at the same time. Somehow I managed to win in invisibility mode, which is incredible. Now it's time to try on the single player mode. And this is the last mode that I'm going to be able to do. So I managed to get to 75. That's my high score right there. It does say what the high score is as well as which player got it. Doesn't say who, though. Now this is just you against the nature of the game itself. You don't have to worry about another player popping up and getting in the way. You're just trying to see how far down you can go before the game decides to destroy you, because you can't catch up. It's amazing how the colors keep changing here. Do like that. And yeah, the game does make a sound when you do the whole wraparound thing. Really concentrating here, have to admit. Ah, I could have went to the left instead. I could have wrapped around there too. I could have just stayed there. But somehow I managed to beat my record, albeit by 1 point. So that was interesting. I really need to remember to use the wraparound. And the last 3 modes are, well, last 4 modes are all versus a human-controlled character, so we won't be able to play those. And yeah, you just have to think fast. And just be somewhat lucky just to get to the gap before the other person does. It's the only, those 2 things are the only way you're really gonna be able to get a good score at this game and beat the computer a little more often than you would like. Or usually do, rather. Might as well go ahead and do this one more time just because. Yeah, you just kind of have to be lucky sometimes. And just get the jump on the other guy whenever you can. Just pay attention. That's it, really. And of course, getting in the other guy's way sometimes really helps. And there I am, having respawned at the bottom of the screen. Whoever gets knocked out respawns at the bottom of the screen after enough time has passed and the other person hasn't been taken out yet. Oh, I thought he would go at the same time I did. Well, he went there. At least I was able to keep up and actually do stuff that time. Let's see if I can do more of these modes again. Might as well get some more length on out of today's video. And I keep thinking I need to press the game reset switch. No, it's always the fire button. I don't know what I'm doing. Best of luck out there. Not for long, though. And I'm kind of moving in place just a little bit faster than the other guy. Also helps when you have a little bit of delay, so that way you can get to a gap before the other guy does. But now he's caught up with me, and, well... Are you kidding me? Ooh, just in time, too. Nice. Of course, I had to do that just to... Ah. Of course, I had to do that just to keep myself from being wiped out again. And things are getting a lot faster now. And I showed up right at the bottom there just before... I should have slalomed it. But I have a huge lead against this guy now, and... Oh, I'm back in again? Oh, I'm glad I actually got spent extra time on this video then. Man, this got a lot better. But we both eventually got swallowed up by the screen at the same time. And that's the end of that. Starting to get in the groove with this a little more. Let's go ahead and play this. I may play invisibility mode one more time just to see if I can do a lot better with that as well. Are you kidding me? It is just not my day this time around. And I bounced off of him and that worked. Oy. Yeah, things get more interesting the faster this gets. And it's a good thing I remembered to do the whole wraparound deal. And there we go. Managed to get Managed to win that time around. And let's see if we can do anything with pass-by mode. Hopefully I can. I managed to luck out there. That's incredible. Once you get into the groove with this game, the game gets even more fun than it already is. You really have to spend time with this game in order to get good at it and just kind of get the mindset for it. And of course, sometimes you have to luck out as well. And while you may not be able to get all the platforms that you like, sometimes you just might be in the position to get one and then turn that into a whole chain of platforms that you can go through and just keep the whole back and forth nature of this game going. I think he's about to get trapped. Oh, he caught up. Amazing. You just have to really pay attention to what's going on, and you should be able to make some good headway against a computer, or even in single-player mode sometimes. Of course, there's sometimes a little bit of luck involved if you're paying attention. Ah. Oh, he is catching up. But even the screen was too much for our computer-controlled friend, and I was able to make it work. And now it's time for invisibility mode. Let's see if we can make some things happen. And I couldn't see where I was. Therefore, I didn't know what was happening, basically. I thought I could get in front of him that way. Ah, he was in the way of that. It doesn't seem like using just one power-up icon does nothing. I know using two can cause a hole to pop up below where you're standing. Really? Yeah, this one can be a little hard. I know, as I was saying, I know two. Oh, good grief. I respawned, but it wasn't a very good time. At least I was able to kind of take advantage of what was going on there and just keep bumping into them. I thought I went through the hole. I thought I went through the gap. There's 3 in a row there. That's the brakes, I guess. And I thought I could be smart by wrapping around there, but, well, what can you do? Anyway, this has been Let's Play Fall Down for the Atari 2600. Fun little game. Fun little homebrew game. Definitely fun enough if you were playing by yourself, especially with the computer, or if you're playing on single player mode. Definitely would make for a good party game. Definitely even more fun with friends. Controls are pretty simple. Anyone can get into it. This one can be a whole lot of fun. Might as well go ahead and give a mini review for this. So, graphics, they're simple. They're very easy to identify. They definitely work here. I cannot complain. Sounds very arcadey. It's simple. You have distinct sounds for when things happen. I love it. It pretty much sounds like your typical Atari 2600 game. Nothing wrong with that in this case. Play control and gameplay, it's very simple. You just move left and right with left and right in the joystick. You try to get into the gap before the other person does. You have power-ups that you can pick up, and if you have enough of them, you can press the fire button to do things like make a hole underneath yourself or go faster, or even switch positions with the other player all of a sudden. Which is especially cool once you get the timing for that last one down. Also like the gameplay modes that are there. Invisibility mode does pack a bit of a challenge. Pass-by mode makes for interesting scenarios. And there's more than one difficulty regarding the computer. So there is that. And you can test your reflexes with the single player mode. So plenty of fun here. And replay value is definitely going to vary. If you have friends, you will definitely be popping this one in more than a couple times. But even then, if you aren't in need of a good single player challenge, this game can deliver on that front too. Usually with games of a very arcadey nature like this, I usually say that you'll probably play this for a few minutes before popping something else in. But you may find yourself easily spending more time than expected. Like I did with this video. So, there is that. And do I recommend this? Absolutely. This is a bang-on arcade homebrew game. This is definitely one worth getting and playing with friends. And even if you don't have any friends around at the moment, there's still the single player mode. There's still the computer player. You'll still have plenty of challenge with the single player modes. So, yeah, play this one by any means necessary if you can. Anyway, this has been Let's Play Fall Down for Atari 2600. Hopefully I'll be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see y'all later!